And the TV I was watching it on does that like 4K upscaling where everything moves like a sitcom or something.
Yeah, so does the
yours did too?
Yeah, the new one.
I don't like that.
It's not doesn't look like it was shot on film anymore.
Doesn't.
Nothing does, which I like seeing things that are shot on film, and it all look like Days of Our Lives.
This is the Grindhouse Podcast. We're coming to get you, Barbara.
Welcome back to the Grindhouse Podcast, and buckle up those parkas and put on those mittens because today we're venturing into the Himalayas. Led by the great and powerful Hecubus of Rome, and joined by Randy Official.
Are you awake?
You normally say...
I'm the one that was late.
You normally say your intro. I was waiting for him to be like, and I'm what with?
And Randy Official as our sled dog.
Hey.
We are in search of Sasquatch by Leonard Nimoy. No, it isn't. It's the Snowman, the Abominable Snowman of the
Yeti.
Himalayas. Starring the one and only, well, it wasn't really starring. He got second billing in this one. But it is his first Hammer production.
Right.
Peter Cushing.
Yeah, and the other guy is
I've got it here. Forrest Tucker.
Forrest Tucker. Yeah.
Who
Let me say one
I'm
thing. What was
unfamiliar with.
What were we just talking about? You just said something. I was going to say something about it. Oh, In Search Of.
Yeah.
Was a great show, and man, it would give me nightmares. And most of it is Spock's voice.
Oh, he's not on?
No, he only narrates it, and like that's where I saw the Patterson Gimli footage for the first time, and that's Bigfoot. And just the way he spoke just gave the whole thing a lot of gravitas. So there's a new one that came out a few years ago, and they used Zachary Quinto as the guy. He's on screen too, but he's the one that narrates it because he plays Spock. Now, the point wasn't that Spock was making the stuff. It was his voice. And I think Zachary Quinto does a good job as Spock, but he don't have the same voice, man. It's it's not low enough.
Fox had a show with what's his name? John Noble.
Okay.
Called Dark Matters, and it was very similar to that.
Yeah, I was going to watch that. I never got around to it.
He's got a very
He would be good
gravitas voice too.
Voice for it, yeah.
And especially with Dark Matters, it's all like weird,
right? And it's his
scary
character from Fringe.
Yeah, it was very Walter Net-esque. But today we're talking about the Abominable
Snowman from 1957.
That came out in 1957 and was sold to me as Jaws of the Mountains.
Holy shit! Really? Holy cow! Really? Because I was watching, I'm like, this is a lot like Jaws.
Yeah, and
you got the rough guy. The wife don't want him to leave, and then
just your normal Joe.
The regular guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, this is a lot like Jaws, similar. I wonder if he was unintentionally inspired by it.
Well, Spielberg probably was.
Because you watch these kinds of movies.
Jaws was based on a book.
Yeah, but the dynamic in the movie and the book and the movie are not identical. My friend read it, and like his wife sleeps with what's his name, Richard Dreyfuss's character in the book, and all kinds of stuff.
That's weird.
It's different.
I'm glad they didn't put that in there.
Yeah, it would have
ruined her
It
character.
really doesn't make any sense, and they're not together
and his
enough.
character.
Yeah, for that to happen, unless she's a prostitute.
And she's not. She's a
great she's just a regular
housewife mother. But so on the cover of this, you'll see it says the Abominable Snowman of the Himalayas. With it being Hammer, it is British horror.
Yes.
The Of the Himalayas was added when it was released in America.
It does say Of the Himalayas.
Yeah, I think we've got
the same thing.
I don't know if
I like that one the best. There were several posters for this.
Well, so what's cool about this case here? So this didn't know when I got this. This was a Scream Factory, Shout Factory release.
Yeah,
it's got a bunch.
They should sponsor us.
They should. They really should.
They should.
But the inside's got the
I've seen that one too.
The full
It's like a lobby card.
of the poster, which I think is really cool. I like the use of red on this because it's a very white movie. I also, when I was watching this, it didn't feel like it was shot for black and white.
Well, it was, and then they colorized it. There's a color version of it.
I didn't know that.
They purposely shot it in black and white, Tom, if you're paying attention, because somebody else is talking. It's a little more visually dynamic. They filmed it in the Pyrenees Mountains in Spain for the snow part, and then the other parts are inside at the Hammer Studios. So they purposely shot it in black and white to keep the continuity.
All the same.
So that, the film stock and stuff would look like it's all in the same place.
There's just like very little shadow, I found. A lot of it's very, studio lit, kind of felt like.
I watched it on 4K too, and I think that as for all of its strengths, one fault it does have is everything is turned up a notch.
Yeah.
And it loses a lot of subtlety. Or maybe I'm just not. I can't screw around with the TV every single time I watch something because your mother will get pissed. But when I was watching on two different TVs. One TV that was a little darker and it looked a little better on that one.
I watched it on my TV upstairs, and the TV I was watching it on does that like 4K upscaling where everything moves like a sitcom or something.
Yeah, so does the
yours did too.
Yeah, the new one.
I don't like that.
It's not doesn't look like it was shot on film anymore.
Doesn't.
Nothing does, which I like seeing things that are shot on film, and it all look like Days of Our Lives.
It's all too smooth.
Yeah,
like there's no natural it doesn't look natural. It does, it's too.
On the other hand, I was watching something else that was far more recent, and it wasn't shot in high def, but I was watching it in high def, and you would see pores and stuff, like all that stuff people talk about on somebody's face. I say that because it was this part of their face. I'm like, wow, look at that.
And a lot of the times the picture quality is improved drastically.
I watched episode 3 on it, just because that was shot digitally, and that's all great. Because it was made for that. This was made, and it was in Hammer Vision.
Yeah.
So it's anamorphic widescreen, and that all looked great.
I couldn't tell sometimes what was a matte painting and what was
that Tibetan thing looked like a matte painting to me.
It did.
The monastery. It looked good. But yeah, I guess they used a lot of matte painting, and I don't know where it was.
And like when they're walking. Specifically when they get attacked the first time by the
other party.
The other party, like they look like they're walking on snow, but behind them doesn't look real.
Right.
And everything's too focused. Yeah. There's no depth of field at all.
Yeah. That might have to do with it being on that snow. Might have had something to do with the depth of field.
It might have, but because it could have just been, that might have been just a set. But like when they're down, for cover, like they're getting up one by one, you could see the wood that they put down and covered with
something else,
so that they're not sinking into the snow or sitting in water. And there's other movies that try to give you a snow look, and it's just like a big white sheet, and you can see that they're walking, and this wasn't that, and they had the whole opportunity to do that. Especially with it being at Hammer horror,
right?
They could have done that, but no, it does. A lot, the outside stuff felt outside.
It totally did,
and I was surprised by that. I almost was like, "Is this just their first movie in general?" But no, it wasn't, and more to come. They really found their style. I feel like in the.
I think there's definitely
60s,
a Hammer style.
Yeah. Which...
Because they use different directors and stuff, but there is an underlying...
This is how we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of directors, the director of this movie...
Val Guest.
Mr. Val Guest. I had not heard of him.
No, well, I did in a kind of... I looked up a bunch of his movies, and I don't know any of these, except I watched a documentary on... YouTube is this guy's opinion about these movies. It's called Quartermass there's 4 Quartermass movies, and excuse me, Nigel Kneale, who wrote this, he wrote them, and they're like, I think some of them might be Hammer, a couple of them might be Hammer. They're older, and I think they're worth checking out.
Okay.
From especially from, it's like this Quartermass guy is kind of a Indiana Jones kind of character, but for the time, he's an adventurer scientist guy. I should say that because he's not. I saw clips. He's not Indiana Jones, but they look really cool, like sci-fi movies. Nigel Kneale, as I mentioned, wrote the screenplay to this, and this was a TV movie in England called The Creature, and everybody except for what's his name, the American guy, Forrest Tucker, basically did the same thing in the movie version.
Oh, okay.
And it was called The Creature, and they were going to call it the Creature from the Himalayas or something, but there was already a movie called that, so they had to call it the Abominable Snowman. But Nigel Kneale, who he created that Quartermass guy and wrote all 4 of those movies, also is the uncredited writer, the first writer of Halloween 3. And then the other guy who gets credit on there did some other stuff, put some gore in and stuff like this, but Halloween 3, that whole premise is his.
That's pretty neat.
It is.
That's pretty neat.
And I'm glad I got to see something else that he did like that, because these Quartermass movies look really cool. And like the guy was saying, what he's really talking about is class division in English history and contemporary stuff. And that's like they're the monster, basically. And I don't know. I got to check it out.
I would be very interested in checking that out.
Yeah.
So my first kind of impressions of this movie, because I think I talk about this stuff a lot on the show, is setting the scene for the movie you're about to watch. And this is a movie from the 50s. It's a creature feature, even though I wouldn't consider it to be a creature feature.
Either.
It is classified as one.
Well, there is a creature in it.
Yeah, but it's not really the feature.
It's till the end. Yeah, that's it.
I do like the suspense it builds throughout the thing.
Yeah,
it's just not in it enough to where I would say, like the creature from the Black Lagoon or stuff like that.
Yeah, anything else.
Or even
because it's the mythos that they kind of build on, and that's really the tension. Is the myth of, and does it really exist or not? Or
are they going crazy with the altitude sickness? They keep referencing that, so that's always on your mind. And even at the end, there's an argument to be made that it didn't see anything.
Right.
And I like
because the one guy died of a heart attack.
Ambiguous it is, yes.
Yeah. And like that, he just showed a picture of the hand when it was grabbing the guns. That guy has got some kind of brain thing going on. Because that's what Peter Cushing talks about. He's like, what's going on with this guy? He's like catatonic almost. So was he really seeing that hand come in there or not?
And there's a point where they do shoot something.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're dragging it around too.
But it could have been anything.
Yeah, it could have been somebody.
And they just, because they're so, they're up there, they're in these snowy mountains. And they want to find this thing.
Right.
And even beforehand, they talk about, which I think is really cool, that the Yeti is not just some wild animal, that it's the cousin species to humanity.
Yeah. And
it might not just be a beast. It could be just waiting for humanity to
Right. That's the whole point. They're just waiting for it. Yeah.
Before they, come
that was
out.
Cool.
I think that's a cool idea. But I watched this movie at like 11:30 midnight. That's when I started this movie.
Me too.
Because I wanted to. Well, I was doing stuff, but I also was like, it'd be really cool to have this be like an old drive-in theater. I got a soda, I got some popcorn, and I put on this movie. It's all black and white. It's a horror movie, and you just watch it at nighttime in the dark when you're also kind of tired.
Yeah,
so let your mind kind of.
That's the best way to watch stuff like this. When I was a kid, I used to go spend the night at my friend's house, and we would stay up till I don't know when. But it's late for us.
Right.
And like Dracula, all these Hammer movies would always be on. We'd watch them.
I think that's the best way to watch this movie, because outside of that, I don't think there's enough in this movie to call it good. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think for people like us,
I enjoyed it.
It's like we would like it. We like
Right.
this kind of stuff, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't recommend like everybody watch this movie.
Yeah. I think it's a really, it's kind of a sci-fi movie in a
way,
sense.
yeah.
Because there's real talky about ideas and stuff, and you don't see the monster till the end, and it looks
And
pretty
you barely
cool.
see it too. Like,
Yeah.
they do keep that in shadow.
Right. The one time it leans in and it looks like a human, and that's what that old man picture is, Tom. I mean, Randy Official. Yeah, that
picture of
one.
it?
That one right there. That's what the Yeti looks like.
I can't make out what that is.
Well, you know the part where he leans forward, he's looking at it, Peter Cushing's looking at it, and he's looking way up, too.
Yeah, and it's just the eye line.
Yeah,
and, the
and
nose,
they take their friend and leave.
because they're not there for that.
Right.
Like they're not savage creatures
Right.
that
Like they
are
think
hell bent
they are.
on. Yeah, they just came for their
Like
fallen
even the
buddy.
hand, if the hand was real, they're just like those guys being way up in the mountains for curiosity's sake. They're curious about stuff.
it.
Yeah.
They're learning. I think this would have been a better short than a feature. And I guess when it came to America and it was branded of the Himalayas, it was only 81 minutes long. They cut
I wonder
out
what they took out.
10 minutes of it. I do wonder what they took out too, because watching it all like narratively goes fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that the movie's boring by any means, but like
No, it moves right along.
the meat and the
characters
potatoes.
are really developed
Yeah.
really well.
And you do get attached to a lot of the stuff, and you feel like you're there with them. I just feel like it could have been. It probably would have been better as a short for the mass.
Probably the TV version is shorter.
Probably. This one Randy did end up watching, so we got two of us who like these kind of movies.
Right. And I enjoyed this one. I thought it was.
And you did like it?
Yeah, I was engaged in it. I was maybe because I like Bigfoot crap too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's about that, and it's well made.
Mr. Official, what was your takeaway?
I loved it.
No,
That's
not
not
tell
what
the
you
truth.
told
I
me.
hated it. I literally put it on and I was like, man, they're talking a lot. And then the talking never stopped. And
It
then
doesn't.
I started doing something else while it was on, and I ended up turning it off because it was more distracting than the thing
Oh
I was
my god!
doing. But I was like, I don't even.
How far did you get?
He didn't even see that.
I think.
Did they go start climbing the mountains?
I think I saw that. I think I caught the gun when he shoots the gun, but I couldn't tell you what this movie's even about. Because like you said, it was character driven, but I also don't like black and white movies.
Right.
So you're there. I'm already like, all right, I'm gonna have to force myself to watch this.
Right.
And then I tried, and then immediately I was like, and they're British, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's a good. I'm glad you did watch some of it, Tom, to say that's everything you just said. Because if you're not, I knew it was going to be black and white.
Yeah.
I knew what I was getting into, so I'm gonna be engaged in it more than you already.
Yeah.
And you're more like a regular person in that respect. No, you're one of the straights.
I was hoping it was bad good.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be.
I thought it was
bad
going to be
good.
more.
I thought it was gonna be
goofy
bad
with
good,
that
too.
title, and I was like, oh no, they're just like really trying to take this serious.
I
And was like,
thought this was gonna
that
be
funny.
like a Roger Corman kind of.
Yeah, so good it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and it's not. I think it's pretty cool.
Because the last monster movie that was black and white that I didn't watch was bad good. Like
What
had
is it?
Goofy. I don't remember. It was like a lizard thing. I think it might have been Godzilla.
Godzilla isn't so bad as good though.
No, but there was one that was. It looked bad in there. It was like, I think it was Godzilla. The puppet looked bad.
With it coming over the
Yeah,
that
does look
looked
bad.
bad.
Or it might have been fake Godzilla, where they had the real bad puppet.
You talking about Godzilla versus King Kong, and it's in color?
I don't think so. This one
That
might
one was
be in the
rough.
catalog, like season 1.
You didn't ever watch this Black Scorpion. That's
No, I
good.
wasn't.
I don't know what you could be talking about, but there is a Godzilla knockoff I've seen called
Maybe we talked about it.
I don't think so.
Gorgon, I think it is. And it's a British Godzilla kaiju movie. And it is the worst thing I've ever seen. And, like, they loop his noise over and over and over and over again. And they loop the footage of him destroying London over and over and over again. I keep saying him. It's the mom. There's two of them. Because they kidnap one, and then mommy's very angry and comes get the baby.
Did you see the Pacific Rim sequel?
No.
Because that's probably just as bad.
I don't know, man.
It's boring.
It not only is it boring, but it's annoying.
Giant monsters versus giant robot things, and I was like, I don't even care.
Ooh.
And it's got, what's his name?
John
Finn's in
Boyega.
it. Yeah. Who's a great actor. It's got good actors in it, and it's just boring. The first one, I was floored with. I was like,
Pacific Rim 1's good.
It was amazing.
I think monster movies, at this point, the trope of them being like, oh, the reveal, I think it should be mainly about it. I think the side character stuff should just be cut out of all Godzilla movies. All the people.
Oh, Godzilla -1. Did you watch that?
That one, I think they did it good.
That was great.
Well, that one is a remake of the first one.
When they're fighting, and now I'm looking at people. I didn't go to see Homeboy and his wife have to save their kid. I wanted to see the monsters. Yeah. Only the monsters fighting.
Yeah, they didn't. The first Godzilla one for America, they kind of blew it.
And
with that.
Yeah.
With Matthew Broderick?
No, that other one. For the MonsterVerse, the Monarchverse. Yeah, they didn't show enough Godzilla, and it was all right.
I'm such an anti that Godzilla movie.
Alien almost does it good the first time because it's like a presence, but then they show it a lot and a lot.
Well, yeah, they're not afraid of it.
That concept where you're like,
It's
no,
a real thing.
This is something that has to keep happening because at least the marketability to monster movies to me, and even like this coming back to this is. You wanted to see the monster.
Yeah.
Well,
you didn't go see the movie because the people.
It has a built-in tension that way because you can't wait. It's an anticipation. But a lot of this stuff, like, throw that picture up real quick. I don't even know if this is from that movie.
That is not from the movie.
Yeah, well, I was looking at it on my phone. But look at, like, that looks like crap. So you don't want to show that too much.
No. And
that's why a lot of stuff is... obscured with shadows and stuff.
But Roger Corman did not care.
No, but they were cool looking too.
But some of them were cool looking.
Well,
I think
some of them were very bad looking, like the Wasp woman.
I think nowadays, there's no excuse.
So nowadays
it would be bad CGI.
Because even you have that, but our practical effects, like even that is really good. Alien was all practical effects.
Alien was the 70s. Have you seen Alien Earth?
No,
they have a half robot alien. They have a guy in a suit, and then they have a CG one. And I've seen the practical effects, and they do look real good. Like they even got the lip that'll curl up, like in the 70s one, and they have a button to like it'll start oozing stuff, and the mouth will come out, and it looks like you're watching the movie.
Right.
Like that's how realistic the prop looks. Because sometimes you'll see these things and they're like digitally enhanced.
Yeah.
You know. And this one, it was just I was like, wow, that is great.
Like that most recent movie too, Romulus. I think a lot of it was CGI, and it looked really good. Like those face huggers moving around and stuff.
I like that we saw a lot more of that too. We don't see a lot of the face hugger because that's probably one of the most horrific parts of the Alien movie.
Yeah,
I also think in monster movies, you have the thing to like document what it would do. Like you don't have to. You could only follow it and then non-verbally tell a story. Like I think that could be a take on monster movies that doesn't get taken. Like going down, seeing the hive more, like kind of seeing what is actually happening.
Like world building without words. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think that's kind of cool.
Around this time that this movie came out, that wasn't really how they made movies.
They like the They like to think a lot more.
Well, and especially because I mean, horror has not been, like a new wave thing. And horror has been in cinema since cinema has been
Horror's
around.
been in everything since mankind has been afraid.
Yes. That's a badass line you just said. So the monster movie isn't really a new thing and isn't really new to this either, because before this came all the Universal monster movies.
Yeah.
Which are, I feel like this is kind of more along those lines.
Yes.
'Cause
Yes, it is. With the
they've-
creature from the Black Lagoon kind of throwback to that, too. Yeah, this could be like the last one of those.
That wraps that up.
Yeah.
I feel like it literally that's what I would associated with immediately.
Well, just to kind of give you a perspective, this stuff, it feels like this is a event movie. Like you kind of get to see a professional horror movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where then Hammer would evolve into Dracula 1972, where Van Helsing and Dracula are fist fighting on the top of a carriage.
Yeah.
Like that would never be
Yeah, it wouldn't be able to do that. It wouldn't look as good anyway.
these movies went, and that company, I feel like they tried to make a universal picture.
Yeah.
Hammer did before they became what they became. Because even watching some of their other stuff, like they're more raw human reaction as opposed to more of a sophisticated human reaction. Like you got a professor in this, you got a professor in that, you got everybody's a studious person. In another movie, which we will get to next, the professor guy has a full-on sword fight with our other protagonists. You know what I mean? So, like, this felt more like a book or a stage production of a horror property.
Yeah.
That did
That kind of goes along with the way it was written for it was a television play.
Yeah.
And but also, and like, so the horror, and I read a thing like this too, and I'm like, yeah, I can see where they're going, is more Lovecraftian and cosmic horror, because they're more afraid of
what it could be.
Yeah, their own, the unknown aspect of it, and
because they're gonna just trap it.
But it also has psychic abilities. Does it have psychic abilities and is like a eldritch god kind of thing? Because they think the Tibetan monks kind of refer to it as a god. Or is that all in their head? Do you know what I mean? Because it's altitude sickness.
Right. And at the end there, like when each one of them's hearing something, the other one's not, like that does play into that. And then when they reveal that they're up there with them and they just came for the guy, like, they are a more advanced or a differently evolved
they're differently
creature.
evolved,
And
but just
you
as
do
intelligent.
have, because they only show the footprints here and there that show a giant hand.
Yeah.
And it plays with the audience's perspective of what am I going to get into as well. Because these guys are up here to kill and capture a Yeti.
Yeah.
They want to kill it to study it, and they want to put it in a circus.
Right.
You know, that is their goal,
Right.
is to go up there and catch it, which is a normal human thing to want to conquer.
Right. And that's why this is way more of a drama than a horror movie.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And which is why I think Randy Official was not so much into it. Because the dynamic between Forrester and Cushing as two entirely different people. And it is
After
kind
the
of like
same
Dreyfus and what's his name? Quinn in Jaws. And that was another, like, you got the stuffy
College
professor
guy.
kind of guy who, oh, look at these, we found new plants. Ooh, yay. And the other guy who's brash, and obviously, I think they got an American on purpose to be kind of an a-hole. And just like, because those guys are loud, obnoxious, single-minded and driven, and they're the exact opposite. Well, Robert Forster's guy is his name Robert Forster?
Yeah.
That's a different actor. Forrest Tucker.
Forrest Tucker. Not Robert Forster.
They're the exact opposite. And so, like, when they're in the little hut, he's got a cache of stuff. And this is a good movie, man. This was really good. They have that argument and almost fist fight about because he wants to preserve its integrity and just study it, Cushing, where Tucker wants to capture it, take it home, and legitimize his own life.
Yeah.
Because he had phonied something before. But like when they first come into the monastery and they're talking about stuff that happened before, and he's like, "Oh, shut up! Come on, let's go." It just builds a lot of. It's got a good world building, and I was really impressed with that part. I thought this is really good, and the guy that wrote it is a good writer, apparently.
You definitely get to see the dichotomy of man, I think, played out
totally.
really well.
And cultures too, because you got the Tibetan one too.
The Tibet people kind of felt like they were in on something the entire time.
They did.
And,
especially the head monk guy.
Yeah, with the Dalai Lama there.
Well, I don't know if did they say Dalai Lama?
I think at
or they
one
just
point,
say Lama.
I think they call him Lama, but I mean, it's a Dalai Lama.
Okay, well,
the head of the Buddhist.
They're not going to watch this in China anyway.
I don't, like, hey, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But
he's
the head of the Buddhist
monastery
up there. So like, I that's what else would you call him? So he just always felt like he knew something. And then, like, when they cut back to him and the wife...
he's like, oh, no, he's not coming back. She's coming. He's got some kind of psychic ability.
Yeah.
I was starting to think, is it an id monster of that guy?
That would be neat.
Yeah.
That'd be really neat.
That'd be really cool. And then it doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
But it does really exist.
Or does it?
Yeah. Well, if it could kill people, there's something there.
Like... Because, like, when the wife comes back and he's just sitting in the middle of the room, kind of in a trance.
Yeah.
Is he just meditating? Is he praying?
Or is he going through that other guy's eyes?
Exactly.
And that's why I thought he was catatonic, was because his brain was being taken over by the,
like, there's
guy.
some mystique about these Buddhist monks who just up here in the mountain, because they're not, like... perceived or displayed as like any kind of this is a weird religion, there are weirdos here.
Right.
It's not like
it's different, but not
rude.
weird.
It's pretty,
they don't make fun of it.
I think authentic to how it would be, and
me
like
too.
they're very of the world. They're like, yeah, you come into my place, I'll help you out. I'll tell you about this stuff. Here's some tea. Here's some food. Whatever.
Right.
I'll talk with you. We'll engage in all this stuff. It didn't feel like they were like the oogity boogity voodoo people.
Yeah,
there's no shrine to the Yeti. There's no.
But that thing where they have the big ritual when after the Americans get there and everything, and they have that big monster head thing, and that I think was supposed to represent the Yeti, because what's his name? Their guide. Their Tibetan guide that goes up there. He's like, you made me look at it.
Yeah.
Like, that's a religious belief that he should not have done. And now he's cursed or whatever. Whatever their superstition, because they use that word a lot. Because they're stuffy English people.
Are they just doing that for tourists?
Right. Yeah. They say that too.
It just felt like something else is going on, and because we are the outsiders to this,
right,
it's up to our interpretation.
Yeah.
Are they a part of this, or are they just doing their own thing, and our brains are connecting dots that
aren't there?
Connect. Yeah. So there's a lot of ambiguity to this movie that I think really
plays to its strengths.
Now, I do think that the suspense in this was really, really well done. I kind of wish... And this is why I think Spielberg was inspired by it and improved the method, because we do see the shark more in Jaws.
Yeah.
There is a definite presence with the barrels all the time. Yep. Or you just kind of see it in the water. You see the fin.
But the barrels is a great idea.
Barrels is such a good idea to do. It's so...
What's scary about a barrel?
Afraid of the barrel, you know? Like, it's there. There's nothing you can do about it. And it's not high enough to see the fin.
Right.
It's still way down here.
And where is it?
And pulling those barrels underwater.
3 barrels? You can't stay down with 3 barrels. But I was thinking that too because they're they're out in the middle of the ocean, which is not suited for man to be there.
Like the top of the
Himalayas, yeah.
And so I just kind of wish that you saw more of that, maybe just like a big shadow moving somewhere,
that would've been cooler.
or just
they have the calls that sound to that to let you know that you're in their area.
Yeah.
But I think that would have been better.
they're
Especially
limited
shadows.
by not thinking about that or not having the budget to do stuff like that. So they do have limitations here. And I just, that would be like the only thing I would like to see improved on this.
Yeah.
Because I'm really fine with the dialogue. And like I said, this is a movie like you and I would like. And our average viewers might not appreciate this film like we do.
Yeah. But I still have to recommend it.
I would too.
Because I liked it that much.
This is one of those movies that I would recommend you watch with your friends in the middle of the night.
That you can have a talk about.
Yeah.
Because they bring up stuff that you could have a conversation about. Like, should they leave it alone and just study it? Or should they capture it and learn about it and show it to the world? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
all that kind of
there's
stuff.
a lot of that in this.
Like Jurassic Park talks.
But overall, I think that this movie is, it's fine. I think it's just fine.
Yeah, it is.
I do kind of want to see this movie be remade. I think this would be a good one to have a remake of.
If it was the same heady kind of thing, only just show the monsters more, because you could easily do it better now.
Just improve on what was there. Like don't give me a shot for shot remake. Don't
But don't screw around with Nigel's script a lot either. Like, make it modernized.
Yeah.
But like the themes and all that kind of stuff, leave all that stuff alone.
Or even don't have it be the Yeti, have it be Bigfoot. Have it
could be that too.
People out in the wilderness of West Virginia looking for the Sasquatch.
Right. Or Washington State.
Or anywhere in the foresty mountain area.
I think Illinois doesn't have a lot of them. And the Southwest doesn't have a lot of them. I've seen a map that's got sightings of Bigfoots. But it could be also the creature from the Black Lagoon. It's just something that's never been seen before, is my point.
And let the what would be a cool way to do it is... and
have it be an id monster.
Well, you build it up with the people. Like, they all keep talking about what it could be, what they heard about it. And then one by one, each one sees the creature, but it looks different compared to how they visualized.
Did you just watch a Star Trek episode? With the salt vampire, maybe, and it always looks like somebody different to everybody.
I've seen that one, yeah. But that would be because it's not the horror of what it is; it's the horror of what you think it is.
Yes,
and that would be a cool thing to do.
Right.
You don't see a lot of that abstract horror anymore.
That'd be an indie kind of movie thing, definitely.
A24, get on it. Ari Aster. But I mean, overall, I think this movie's fine. I would recommend it to whoever who would ever be interested in watching it, or just to watch it with your friends.
Right. And the only thing I would say, yeah, that's a good movie. You should watch it. It's in black and white. Now you do it, because he's not going to want to watch it just because it's in black and white.
And that sucks, because I don't mind black and white films. I'm not over here like, oh, they're so much superior. I have to watch it in black and white. Every movie would be better in black and white. But I don't. It doesn't turn me off.
Right.
To it, like I'll happily watch it. But this being Peter Cushing's first Hammer film, the Frankenstein movie came out beforehand, but this is the one he filmed first. I think he was in like 22 Hammer movies.
Wow. Probably most of them with Christopher Lee, too.
A lot of them he did with Christopher Lee. And Christopher Lee wasn't a big name at that time either. He had like fourth, fifth. He was never... there. Even in Horror of Dracula, it wasn't starring Christopher Lee.
And he's the main guy.
He's Dracula.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Draculas. I love that Dracula.
He's a great Dracula, man. He's a great Dracula.
We joke at work about the different ones. Like Lugosi is more of an elegant one. He owns the castle. He lives in a castle kind of guy.
Right.
Whereas...
he's an aristocrat.
Yeah, and he'll lure you in, and hypnotize you, and then drink your blood, and you become one of his maidens. where Christopher Lee will beat you up and hold you down and drink your blood and kill you.
Yeah,
He's
more
very
where they get those modern ones where they're like animals.
Yeah.
he's
He's
the
an animal.
start of that one. Yeah,
well, that's like when the first time you see him in Horror of Dracula, that's what he does. He just hisses at him, and they are very physical in that. He doesn't transform into a bat or a wolf, I don't think, at all. He's just beating the crap out of people. He just really does. He throws
throwing them
fists.
around. Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. So you were talking about Peter Cushing.
Yes.
Go. Are you done with that?
Are you done?
No. I guess
the highlight of this is Peter Cushing.
I think so. He does a great job.
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
So we did Clint Eastwood the past couple weeks. We did Antonio Banderas before that. This is Peter Cushing now.
Right.
So
He's more than Grand Moff Tarkin.
he is.
I was thinking last night, I think we might have done more Peter Cushing movies than Vincent Price movies, who you're
I
a
have
huge
to
fan
rein
of.
that in though. Otherwise, I'd do them all.
Oh, yeah.
Well, guess who's coming up? We're gonna be doing
right.
Fibes movies. Yeah. But you wanted to.
All right, so Forrest Tucker, I'm like, who's that guy? I know that guy. This is the time for the color picture there, Tom. So I was rigging through his things. I'm like, I don't know any of this stuff. Like, he might have been on, like, I Love Lucy or something, too. And then I'm like, because in 1975, he was in a TV show. I think it was one season. It was called The Ghostbusters.
Oh, is he on that?
Yeah, and it's with the monkey.
Yeah.
And, he's the main guy in that. I was like, that's where I saw it. Because I have recently seen clips of that.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, and Ghostbusters had a real hard time getting it to be called Ghostbusters.
Because of that.
And they're like, well, screw it, we're going to do it anyway. Because they were dragging their feet and the release date was coming up. And they said, well, we'll do it and just get sued.
Well, the reason why the cartoon is called The Real Ghostbusters is because they had a...
And they couldn't...
too.
They made a deal in the back, a stupid one that they weren't going to do anyway. Like, you can't have a chimp sidekick or something. But I thought that was crazy. The Ghostbusters, that's where
I didn't know he was a part of that.
I didn't.
The talking car and the gorilla.
I don't think the car talks in the show, but it does in the cartoon, I'm almost positive.
I haven't seen the live action show.
No, I think I've seen it. I might have seen it way back in the day when I was 7 or something. But since Ghostbusters, that's how I know about it.
Yeah.
Because it was that, you know what I mean, the whole controversy with that.
Let's go Ghostbusters. I don't know. It's that's of its time too.
Yeah, it is. Because they have an ape sidekick. Come on, man.
And my roommate's a monkey. Some Family Guy joke. But this started off the legacy that would be known as Peter Cushing.
Right.
Because his real, raised to popularity was in horror. And this stuff for so long, he was a very gothic horror actor, and Tim Burton was very over the moon with this kind of stuff. And I think
he's a good Sherlock Holmes too, man.
he's a
my
great
favorite.
Sherlock Holmes.
love
I
him.
think that Hound of the Baskervilles is kind of what made him a household name.
Yeah, I think it might have been too.
But
That was
Tim
a good
Burton,
one, man.
Tim Burton homaged Hammer horror and all that stuff with the Sleepy Hollow movie.
Right.
And a lot of those guys who are the
Fabulous
judges
practical effects.
are
effects.
all in these movies,
Right. Yeah.
which is cool. But yeah, the effects in that movie are amazing, very cool.
Yeah.
But I don't really have a lot more to talk about with this one, other than it's a good foot in the door, a good drive-in movie, creature feature.
If you go into it with an open mind, I think you'd have a good time with it.
Yeah, I mean it's the Jaws of the Mountains.
I really think it is the Jaws of the Mountains.
I don't think I would classify it in any other way, because like we talked about Nope and how that's
Jaws of the Sky.
Jaws of the Sky, but they show that a lot more, and Nope is a strange one. It's pretty
I still haven't
Lovecraftian.
watched it yet. Yeah, that's kind of cool
Very
about it.
Lovecraftian. And I like how they figure out how to survive, which is the exact opposite of what any normal person would do, and I kind of love it.
Cool.
I do like that. I know for me had a couple of missteps, but overall I think you would like it a lot.
I told you the only reason I haven't seen it is because I ruined it for myself. so why bother? But then you said that, I'm like, well, I got to check it out now.
So, of the vein of being just, is it all in your head or is it real? I think this is a great one. It's a good psychological thriller, I would say, as opposed to a
Yeah, because the writer was no joke. He was a real sci-fi writer.
I love the art on this, though. The poster with the yellows and greens and all that stuff. I really like that. I think it's good. But, yeah, that's all I've got about it. Any closing remarks from anybody?
Why do you keep looking at that guy, Randy?
We should keep this picture.
Okay.
I think you should jump scare every time I put it on. Yeah, put it in.
Freddy Fazbear.
Because, like, I don't know, just cutting between you two.
And him?
And then.
Did you really do that? That'd be awesome if you did, because I didn't notice it.
Every time you talk, you should have put that up.
Yeah.
Like this,
oh my
I'm
God,
okay with that.
That's a great idea.
That's a pretty good idea.
But I have been Cheesefilm.
And I'm Hecubus.
And I'm Randy Official.
And this has been the one and only Grindhouse Podcast.
Ask for by name.
Ask for by name. Cheesefilm. Out.